You think Photoshop is complicated. Well, yes, it is complicated because it has so many different kind of functions, as well as it has so many different kind of buttons, which just generally confuses everyone. But don't worry, we have an alternative to Photoshop, and that too very good alternative. So now you can edit a photograph from your mobile phone, and that too professionally. Now, why are you thinking that we are teaching you about this course? The main aim for that is, let's take an example that you are going to a place and you love that place and you just took a photograph there and you wanted to post it on your Instagram or on your FB, but you wanted to retouch it a bit. So you would need your laptop to retouch it on Photoshop, or you would need your Mac, or you would need a computer. But if you have your mobile phone from which you clicked your photograph, and if you know PicsArt, PicsArt is generally an application which we are going to talk in further. So you can edit it in just 2 to 3 minutes and then upload it on your Instagram. And now I'm going to show you some of the pictures which were edited from PicsArt. But just wait a sec. Now time has come to say no to Photoshop. Okay. So this is PicsArt. PicsArt has over 100 million downloads and it is available on Android as well as on iOS platform too. And it has, you can see that it has about 4.4 rating that was given by 6.4 million people. Now these are some of the photographs which were edited from PicsArt. You just can't believe it because you see how perfectly these pictures were edited. This guy, you can clearly figure out that this guy was cut out from a picture, different picture, and then pasted it over here. And this effect, the sun effect, the sky, these all are just effects, they are not real. This is definitely not real, you could understand by seeing this picture, but you can see the beauty of this picture. Now this is, I know that this sounds a bit boring, this picture is already very bad, but I don't want to no, I don't want to talk to you about these sharks. That was the main horrible thing about this picture. But the main thing is that these buildings which you are seeing, these are not real. The street is not real. These were all made in PicsArt. You can see the level of editing. Now these are some of my photographs which I have edited. I just took it from my Samsung mobile, so you can see that the pixels are getting a bit, and the photo is also getting a bit blurred, and the pixel are just not that good. So you can see that this was edited from PicsArt. Now Captain Focus is one of my YouTube channel, you can see that. So I just generally do photo editing, so I keep a logo there. And this is my another photo, you can see me pointing towards the sky. This is the third photograph which I just took. Okay, so now time has come to start from scratch, and in this course you are going to learn how to edit from PicsArt like a pro. And don't worry, we will start from beginner level. This is the first course, and we bet you this is the first course on YouTube, not only on Udemy, but this is the first course on all over internet of PicsArt. So you don't worry, we are going to guarantee you that you are going to become a professional PicsArt expert. So have a good day and see you in the course.
So, hey guys, first of all, I'm very happy that you have enrolled in our course. Now, coming on to the topic, let's talk about PicsArt. Well, actually, this course is all about PicsArt. So, let's start. So, first of all, if you want to download PicsArt in your Android mobile, then you must go to the Play Store in order to download that. Well, that's very basic. Now if you want to download on the iOS app, then you can go on to your app store and download it from there. You need to type in here PicsArt and then just click enter. So just let it load for some time. Well, it's taking some time, let me pause it. Now you can see this is the PicsArt app. Now well, I have installed it already, so it is just showing uninstall and update. So you will just click on here. So here there would be an option, let me show you. So here there would be an option as install. Well, you know that, and you will just click on here and install it. So let me show you the app. Well, this is the PicsArt app. I have just clicked open, and now you can see that it is loading. So you will just click over here. Now see, there are 4 options over here. One is edit, second is collage, third is draw, and the fourth is camera. So in order to use edit option, you need to know what this feature is all about. So let's start with the edit option from the left. Let's start with from the left. So well, edit button is used to edit all the photographs, which I'm going to show you that how you can edit any of those photographs in the edit option. Now the second one is collage. If you want to make a family collage, if you want to make a collage of animals and of anything, then you can just use this button collage. And the third one is draw, to draw the image, to draw some things on the image or to make stickers out of your image. And the fourth option is camera, to directly, if you want to upload a picture, means sorry, if you want to means okay, so let me just pause. Yeah, if you don't have any picture and if you want to directly take the picture, then you can use this option as camera, so that you can capture the direct picture and you can use it. Now first we will tell you about edit option. So just let me take a photograph for editing. Okay, so I chose this watch photograph which I took from my mobile. I know that this photograph is not quite good, but yes, you can understand. So let me first tell you how you can use it, means what are the tools in order to operate on PicsArt, everything. Just wait a little bit. So first we will start from add-ons. Well, add-ons have no use literally in this course. Actually, add-ons are just a waste of time. I don't like them at all. And now coming on to the tool section. Well, tool section is the most important section in PicsArt. If you want to edit a photograph, this section is the most important. So I will tell you all the functions of these things. Okay, so first is crop. Well, each and every one of knows that what is cropping. Cropping means cutting the photo to the size which you want. Like I want just this much, then I would just do this and you can see. Okay, so this was the use of crop one. Now coming on to the next, that is free crop. Free crop means you can just choose the size of that photo which you want to crop. Means I just want to choose this size. I just don't want to choose any other part of this photograph. I just want to choose this size. Okay, so now it is done. Now let me, okay, so you can see that this is the thing which I just chose. This is the watch which I just marked over here. So this is known as free cropping, and this is the transparent background. Now coming on to the third, that is shape crop. You can crop on any shape, in any shape. This just looks good. If you want, just increase the shape. Okay, so you can do shape. It is available in any shape, heart, parallelogram, any shape. You can see I just wanted this shape, and I can even change the color of this, even size of that. Okay, now let me cross it. Now coming on to the next one, that is dispersion. Well, this is the best thing I like about PicsArt. You can just generally disperse it. This feature is available on PicsArt also, on Photoshop too. Well, each and every feature in PicsArt is available on Photoshop, but the thing is, Photoshop is a bit complicated, and we are going to take it in an easy way in PicsArt. So let me show you. See, this just made a very much nice photograph, a good look in this photograph. You can see, you can even stretch these particles and you can increase their size up to this, but I would prefer to leave it to the already chosen side, means already default value. So that would be much better, that would look professional. So now let's talk about the clone option. Well, clone is another nice option. In this option, you can just mark this area of this. Now you can just design the same clone of this area which you want. Like I just wanted this area. You can see that I just finally did it. Yes, I'm just cloning another watch. Well, there is no need of actually cloning here, as I don't need. But if you are cloning for a bigger photograph, then you must use this. So you can see that this is the meaning of clone, means you can just duplicate the part of that image which you want. So I think that you are very much enjoying this course. Now coming on to the next, that is stretch option. So stretch is basically consist of so much options. Well, I don't use stretch that much, but if you are making funny images and if you are making funny video thumbnails, then you can use this option. Means see, Wrap is an option where you can just see, I just made this watch so much funnier. So you can similarly make it with a human face too. Now swirl is another option which will make your photograph more funnier. Squeeze is another which just squeezes your photograph. Inflate inflates your photograph, increases the size of your photograph and makes it much shittier. And now coming on to the restore option, which means to restore each and every crap you just did over here. So let it, so you can see that this photograph is now improving from shit to good. Now let me close it. Okay, so the next one is the motion. So if anything is in motion, right now the watch is stable, so I don't need to use it, but in order to show you something I am using it. For example, if you are a photographer and if you have just taken a photo of a car and you want to make it look like a professional photograph, you want to make it move, so you just use this option, like you just use the area which you want to make it and then just do, sorry, and hit OK. And oh, sorry, oh, something was wrong here. Hey, wait, well, I just did something wrong. Okay, so let it mean to, okay, so now you just see that you just wanted to choose this area, so just do like this, and okay, so I have done finally. Now just do like this, so this will show you the motion. Now this just made this photo look so bad because actually there was no need, you can just put it anywhere. Actually there was no need. So now you just understood that actually this is used when something is in motion, like you are riding a bicycle and I just clicked a photograph, then I can use this option to make the photo look better, but this generally made it worse. So one of the basic factors in editing which I want you to understand is that you must not do extra editing, because extra editing is not needed in each and every photograph. Some of the photographs have already been edited and some of the photographs will be edited in a good style, in a good way. So in order to edit it in a good way, don't just keep it and start doing retouching and doing extra editing. If you are thinking that the photo is already looking good, then don't do it, because this is the first rule of editing. Don't do extra editing. Now next option is selection. So if you want to select, then just do, it is the same as free cropping, and then you can use it to cut it, and if you want to cut it then it will already disappear, or if you want to copy it then you can copy it and just paste it anywhere over there, like see, paste, and I just pasted it, so you can use it anywhere. So this is the basically the use of this option. Now PicsArt has so many options that you can't even imagine. Okay, so now the next option is curves. Well, this is the best option which I like in this, because generally this option means you can adjust the light in any color, in anything. Like for in this photograph I am just doing this dark, a bit dark. Okay, so it is light, and let me do it more. Okay, see, this just made my photograph a bit darker, a bit professional. Now how do I do something? Now I am telling you a hack. You can use this eraser button and then you can start erasing this portion, start making this portion much more visible. I will tell you all this in the course. Okay, so let it be visible. Now you can see that the photo was earlier, let me, okay, so you can see the photo was earlier something like this and we made it this. So you can just adjust the curves over here, the light falling over here, to make the photograph more professional. Okay, so let me reverse it. So now you understood the meaning of curves too. Now coming on to the adjust button. So adjust button means, sorry for the background noise. Okay, so coming on to the adjust button, so brightness, you can adjust the brightness over here, the contrast over here, and the saturation and the hue, each and everything we will tell in the course. In hue you can even change the color. You saw that the color was already changing here. So we will tell you in this course each and everything. We will explain you because you are our valuable students and our main motto is to explain you each and everything. But I can guarantee you one thing, that is after completing this course you would be an advanced learner of PicsArt. But the main thing which you have to do is start practicing, because no one has ever become an expert in any of the fields without practicing. So if you want to become an expert in photograph editing from the mobile, no one would be able to distinguish it whether it is done from PicsArt or whether it is done from Photoshop. So well, I am teaching you PicsArt because PicsArt is generally very much useful, because you can't just carry out your laptop or your PC everywhere for editing on photograph. But if you have your mobile, you can just upload that pic on your mobile and start editing, and you can edit it in just 5 to 10 minutes and make that photograph look beautiful and upload it to Facebook, Instagram, anything. So we will just tell you in further videos. I'm just going to explain you with so many interesting examples. I'm just going to show you so many examples in which I have edited the photograph, and I'm going to teach you step by step to make a photograph look much professional and much better, each type of photography. Okay, so now coming on to the enhance option, this is the same as that option, adjust option. So you can increase the clarity, saturation. I already told you that PicsArt has so many options. Now this photograph is actually looking very much horrible, I know, but each of the functions has different, each of these options have different functions in different areas. Now tilt shift. Okay, so tilt shift is basically for making area blur. Now you can see that I can just increase the amount of the blur, and I can increase the size of this. Okay, so let it expand. Yeah, you can see, and you can even change the shape like radial. I like radial for watches. Radial is the best one, but let me decrease the blur effect. So this is basically used for means if you have just uploaded a photograph and your photograph means you have just clicked the photograph and your photograph is not so good, means the background behind it is not blurred properly, so you can use this option to blur that. And I already told you to use this eraser button to erase the area where you don't want your blur effect. Like see, I just erase this area and I want my blur to be in the background. So now you can see that it looks like a much professional photo. Okay, so now you can see that it looks like a much professional photo. Okay, so I just did right. Okay, so you can see earlier it was this, now it is this, earlier this, now this. Okay, so now coming on to the last, no, not the last, now perspective. Perspective is to change the degree. Like if you want to tilt it to the right, tilt it to the left, you can just control it from downwards. And if you want to tilt it upside or tilt it downside, you can just control it over here. So each and every option, you can't just tell that any option is just crap. Each and every option has its own use, has its own function, and it is to be used in some point of time. You can't just use each and every option unnecessarily in a photograph and just tell that I know each and every functions and I'm using it in my photographs, and well, I am just a professional and I now know each and every functions of it and I am using it in my each and every photo. Well, that is not possible. You can't use each and every option in photograph, because that will make the photograph worse. Because each and every photograph, I already mentioned you that each and every photograph is not for editing. If it is for editing, then we can use some of the options, because all options are not needed in any photograph. Now next one is resize. You can resize. Well, now you might be thinking that why is this resize image option useful? So let me explain you. This resize image option is useful because if you are making an Instagram post, if you are making a Facebook post, if you are making a Facebook banner, if you are making a YouTube banner, if you are making a YouTube channel art, each and every of that has some different image size, some different width and some different height. Now you basically, if you have enrolled in my previous course, which is YouTube SEO course, some of you guys have been asking me from a long time that sir, how can I make a good thumbnail, how can I make a thumbnail that fits in? Because basically whenever I make a thumbnail, it just says that, means it just can't fit in over there. So in order to make a thumbnail that just fit over here, you need to learn to resize the image, and this is the best feature which PicsArt provides us. So you have seen many YouTube channels that have banners that are not properly adjusted over there. That is because they couldn't resize their image, they couldn't set the width and set the height of that image. So you can generally make your YouTube thumbnails as well as your YouTube channel art, your Facebook post, anything by just clicking the resize image option, and you can resize it according to your desirable width and height. So this is a cool feature. Now the last one is flip and rotate. So flip and rotate just rotates the photograph. If you have just clicked a photograph in this style, you can just start rotating it and you will get your desirable style. So this option is also very much likable by me and by too many other people too. So now you have learned the tools option. Well, now I think tools option, yeah, tools option is completed. So now coming on to the FX effects. Well, this option is also very much needed. You need to set the HDR option, light cross option, whichever option which you want, and each of those options is needed in each and every different part of the editing. These options just make the photograph look a much healthy as well as a professional style. Now no one can say that this was clicked by just a normal mobile camera. If I edit it for, in my later videos I'm just going to show you how I edited a normal photograph which was taken from my mobile phone to an extraordinary and a professional style. I just gave that photograph to my friend on the WhatsApp group, and he just told me that you are just joking, right? That photograph was not just, you just copied it from somewhere and you are just showing me. Well, then I told him that actually I had not copied it, and then I showed him the real image of this photograph, that is this image I just showed him, and I told him that actually I just retouched and made it something like which I'm going to show you in the next video. Now magic option is also there, which just changes the style of this image. As I already told you that each and every different style has its own unique use. Now the third one is the blur option, which just blurs, and fourth is artistic, fifth is pop art, sixth is paper. Each of these has a different functions. Now one thing is you must think, that is a person who is a photographer, he needs to be creative. Not only photographer, the person who is editing also needs to be creative. Well, I can't just tell you each and every small function of this. You need to have common sense as well as you need to have that much capability so that you can understand that which font to use in which style of photograph. Well, I could only show you 5 to 10 examples in a course, but you generally know, means you generally have the need to click any type of photograph. If you are clicking a photograph of a pen, and if I have not told you about how to retouch a pen image, so you can just think of it and start doing it yourself. Means you need a good imagination as well as a good creativity, and I am teaching you the professional skills, but the main thing is you must start editing now. And I hope that you are making notes and you are taking notes, and as well as I have already uploaded the course. That's not a problem. What am I saying? Just okay, I have just already told each and everything in this video. I just wanted to make notes about it. Okay, so FX options is okay, it is okay. So sorry. So now coming on to the beautify option. Well, beautify option is basically used when you are when you are uploading a face in the photograph and you are retouching the face, you are editing the face. At that time this option is needed. So I'm just going to show you. Click on the I button. This will show you the smooth option. Smooth option does this. So this is the mainly use of beautify tool. Well, I'm going to tell you each and everything in the later video, so don't worry. So these just tell you beautify tool and blemish fix. You can just clear your pimples over here. This is, well, this is a common thing in which each and every editing has. So you can change your face color too, that's not a problem issue. You can change the hair color and teeth whiten. Okay, so these are all uses of that. Now text option is there and cutout option is there. Add photograph, square fit, brushes, border, mask, draw, and sphere. So these all options are there. Well, I can't just tell you in a one-off video, so I will just tell you each and every function in other of my examples, so don't worry. Now one thing I want to tell you, after I have completed this course, means after you have completed this course, just start doing. The main homework, I'm not giving you any homework in this course. In each and every, in my earlier courses I just gave you homework after each and every video, or after 2 and 3 videos, but in this I'm just giving you a homework that after completing the whole course, just start editing 2 photographs in a day. Just start editing 2 photographs in a day, and if you are facing any problem, you can contact me directly from the Udemy messenger, or you can use the YouTube tool to search and learn, because YouTube has also great videos in which you can learn about PicsArt. But the main thing which I wanted to give value in this course is, I just saw YouTube, I just was browsing YouTube, and I thought that actually YouTube videos are so disorganized. Well, they are teaching good things too, and they are also professional editors, but the main thing is that YouTube is lacking disorganization. So that's why I thought of creating this course, because this will add much value towards yourself, as well as this course will also clear all your doubts which you are having regarding PicsArt. And I am just going to tell you, start from the scratch, because I just started from the scratch, and each and every beginner who is watching this can learn it. And some of the guys told me that we are facing problem regarding your accent, so can you improve it? So well, I just can't improve my accent. How can I improve my accent? But yeah, I will try to clear all your doubts, whichever words you don't understand of mine, you can just message me. And so many guys also messaged over here, so that's just beautiful about you people. So just have a good day, and meet you in the next video. So guys, I welcome you all to another video. Now in this video, we are just going to learn about that how can we edit a normal image like this into a DSLR quality or a brand product. Like you can see that I have just taken this photograph from my own camera, means not my camera, from my mobile phone, but you can see that the photo is not that good, means it is just a bit okay, but we are going to turn this normal photograph into an extraordinary HDR type photo. So you just see that how we are going to do it. Now this is not at all difficult, but if you are learning this step by step, you are just going to be successful. Now the first thing is that all you need to do is open this image, the image which you want to edit it, and the next thing is just open your notebook and start taking all the notes which I am just giving you. Okay, so the first step is that this is our means product, and we need to first click on the FX effects option, which is the third from here. Just click on it. Okay, now we are going to click on this HDR option. Now you can see that this has sharpened the image. Now what we are going to do is just click on the unsharp button. First click on the unsharp button, first maximize it. Okay, let me see. Yeah, now it good looks a bit much better. Now what we are going to do is just hit on this button. You can see the eraser type option, you can see. Yeah, so click on this eraser. Now all you need to do is just lower the size of that, so you can easily adjust it, and then increase the size of this. Okay, and now just clear it. Now when you are clearing it, it means that the effect is not working on this area which you are selecting. Okay, so this is the first which we just did. Second we are going to do is just click on this here. Okay, it doesn't matter that you also have the same image, but I am just telling you how you can do it in an effective way. It all depends on imagination, brother. It all depends on it. So the more you imagine, the more you are going to perform well. So the next thing which we are going to do is just click on the tools option over here, and then click on the perspectives. So here you can just adjust it a bit like this. See, it can move it towards the right, or it can move it towards the left. Okay, I just told opposite. See, I just want to increase it a bit. This is the normal original photo, so I just want to move it this much size, so that this area is just cut off. So like this. Yeah, you just heard it right. Okay, just click enter. Now earlier my photograph was something like this, and now I have turned it into this. So this is looking much professional. So now our work is not over. Now next thing which we are going to do is just turn on this option. Okay, let me see. Okay, so now I told you about this curves option. So just click on this curves. Now when you click on this, after clicking on this, just click here and just take it a bit down. Yeah, a little bit like this. Now I know that you are thinking that this just made the photograph look much uglier, but just wait a minute. Now just click on this eraser option here and decrease the size. Now basically there is no need to decrease the size, but I am doing this because so that it looks much neater. Now all you need to do is expand it, and now just click on here so that this curve option doesn't apply here, and our watch looks clean and nice and is clearly visible. The brand name is clearly visible. So you can apply this type of editing for brand photography. Okay, so yeah, so that was a message of my friend. He's a YouTuber actually. Okay, so apart from this, now you can see the image is looking much smart. He's just disturbing me. Okay, yeah, so earlier our image was just like this, and how we turned a normal image into a HDR quality image. So the next thing all we need to do is, so okay, so first of all my friend was just asking me some questions, let me answer it. So I have finally done it, and now the next thing which we need is, just click on the FX effects once more. Okay, so now just here you will find an option known as colors, so just click on it. You can see that PicsArt is so much easier than you have ever thought. There are so many functions, but if you have if you learn these functions then you would be very quickly able to edit these photographs. Now literally this photograph was just about 2 minutes editing, but in order to explain you I am just taking much time. So now click on the contrast option. You can see over here this option, just click on it and then click another time. See, just click on it and then click another time so that it displays this. So just you need to do is just lessen the amount of contrast. Now in order to do a brand photography I just need to do a bit more lower. Okay, this is perfect. Now click on the eraser button once more, and now you need to just lower the size, but this time we have a different option as well, as known as opacity. So what is opacity? Actually opacity means you are just making the size, no, not the size, you are making the color of, means in short you are making it much more transparent. So just lower it a bit. Okay, now it is perfect. It won't work that good as if it was on 100%. So just click on the watch, because first of all we are just editing it as a brand photography. So if we will decrease, okay, so if we will increase the saturation, that will make the, if we will decrease the saturation, then that won't make the brand logo youth club visible. Actually I'm just promoting a brand without even getting the money. Okay, so apart from this, you can now see that our photograph was something like this, and we turned this normal photograph into a HDR quality photograph. Now no one would ever tell you that you have done this kind of photograph from your normal mobile phone. Another thing I just want to tell you, there is one more editing left. Now all you need to do is just click on the FX effects once more, and this time click on HDR once more. So now you need to do is just click here and just unsharp it a bit, about 25 would be a perfect fit. Okay, so now you need to do is just click here on the eraser button once more and decrease the size, and now just lessen the opacity to about, I think 30 would be a perfect, yeah, 30 is perfect. So just click here and erase it. So this is about, so this is done now. Now next thing is just click here and another time. Okay, so you can see that we just turned this normal photograph, this shitty photograph, into a much better and nice photograph. So this is all. So this was all about brand photography and how you can edit it on PicsArt. Now the next thing is that it doesn't generally mean that if I have done this kind of editing, then you will also do this kind of editing. I was just giving an example that if you have done the photography in a dark condition, then this would be a best suitable editing, and if you have done this in a light, then there would be much better editing. You can now know, as you will start editing each picture one day, in every day you will start editing one pic, then you will have the habit of editing pictures, and as a result you will just start editing it nice and in a short period of time. So actually this was just to give you a brief idea about editing. Now the more deep we move inside the course, the more better you are learning. I hope that you have just written down all the points so that you do it in editing. So you can take any general photo of a watch or something like that and start editing and making it a good and nice picture. So now you need to do is just go over here, and okay, so there is an advertisement. This thing I hate about PicsArt, the advertisements, they are generally irritating. So the next thing is that you need to do is just share and then click on the gallery so that it is saved inside your gallery, or you can share it on Instagram, Facebook, but generally I prefer to save it in the gallery. Okay, so I think that's done for today. Let's meet in the next video. So hey guys, first of all I must thank you another time for enrolling in our beautiful course. Now you are going to learn a lot in this course. You are actually learning a lot in this course, and you are out of those thousands and thousands of guys over there because you are learning something valuable. Okay, so coming on to the topic, some of you guys just advised me that advised me for some questions, and some of you guys in my previous courses of SEO and YouTube SEO, so some people were having confusion in some of the other topics. So I just thought that shall not I make a your Instagram account, and there people will just message me directly, because Udemy, because basically more 90% people know how to message on Udemy, but 10% of people don't know actually how to do that thing. So they were facing a kind of difficulty in that, so they just advised me either I open a Facebook group or I just make a Instagram account. So I just made a new Instagram account, that is the Motivating Entrepreneur. So you can just type the Motivating Entrepreneur and then message me, click on the follow button and then click on the message button if you want to, if you are having any doubt related to this. So this is actually I just created 2 days before. So I just this is my personal account. I'm just shifting my one of my Instagram account to my personal account. Okay, so let's talk about now the image. So in this video we are going to learn about dark tone effect. Dark tone effect is basically to make your photograph look a bit black and in a portrait style. So let me just show you. Okay, so I have just downloaded a random picture from the internet of this model. This is a kind of model. He's looking much handsome. So I have downloaded it, and now I am going to do the dark tone effect in this photograph. So in order to do that, first of all just click on the tools option here, and now going to the crop option. After that just crop the picture near the face, because we are going to do the dark tone effect and it works best on the face. So just okay, yeah, this would be perfect. So now we just clicked over here. Okay, so let me shift this one this side. Now coming on to the next, that is curves. We are just going to click on the curves option, so that you have now known that curves is a very important option. So we are just going to decrease it a little bit. Okay, that sounds good. Okay, so actually our photo was earlier like this and we turned it to this. So now coming on to the topic, next we are going to click on the adjust option. So now in this option we are going to decrease the brightness, because we are going to do a dark tone effect. So we are going to decrease the brightness up to 24 or 23 regarding the photograph which we want to try. Now one thing you must take into consideration, if you are copying the notes then that's true, but don't, if you are trying to do the same thing as I am doing in any photo you have, don't do it, because each and every photo has a different kind of brightness, different kind of contrast, different kind of saturation. So each and everything has different kind of effects, uses
it all depends on your mentality, your imagination. I am just guiding you to do these things. Basically I am just telling you how to do these things. Everything, each and everything depends on your imagination, your thinking. So the more you imagine, the more you edit, the more you practice, you are going to perform well. So now diving on to the topic. Actually I just dive out of the topic each and every time. Now coming on to the contrast, let's take it to plus, no, 100 doesn't sound that good. And if we know that to, okay, so let's take it to 24. We will be fair with brightness and contrast, both would be same. Okay, so now the next thing is saturation. Now saturation adds color to your photograph. So like if I increase color, my photographs look much worse, because we are going to do a portrait style dark tone photography effect. So we are going to decrease the color so that the color gets removed, and we are going to decrease it up to same, now 3 or 4% less than the contrast and brightness, that is 21. Okay, so now going on to the next thing, that is highlights. So highlights, we are going to decrease it to approximately, let me see, okay, that makes the photograph too bad. Okay, 12 would be a better one. Now let's click on here, that is the done option. Okay, so now you can see that the earlier photograph was like this, and this is now, I always check that am I doing right. So now going on to the FX effects. I hope that you are enjoying it right now. Now earlier, in the earlier one, we used the option HDR. Now as I told you in the previous video that each and every photo doesn't have the same type of effect. Now if I use HDR over here, this makes the photo worse, so I won't use this. Now in this, another type of filter is used. So PicsArt just makes so easy. We are going to use black and white. Now PicsArt just has so many filters that you can easily choose from any one of it. Because we want to make a dark tone photography, we need a black and white proper photograph. Okay, so now the next one is to draw. So in order to draw, you just search here the option draw. Draw. Yeah, I just found it. It is the draw option. Click on here, then click on the draw option. Now after clicking on the draw option, the first thing you need to check is the color here on the top left corner in downside. So just click on here and check whether it is black or not. Now you can see that the color is black as well as a brown. So just click on here on the black option. Okay, sorry, yeah, black option. Now you can see that the color is totally black. Now click on OK. Okay, now we are done. Actually it was default black, but I wanted to show you, that's why I just made it black once again. It doesn't matter. So the next, coming on to the brush size. This is the important thing which we are going to check. Now you just increase the brush size to 90, because we want to do work in a fast way, and decrease the opacity to up to 32%. I already told you what opacity does. Okay, so now you are going to do is just start erasing it. Not erasing, just start brushing it. Actually, okay, let it go this side. Okay, now start brushing it. Now what this does is, this actually gives your image a black color. You want to see it, just click on the top right corner here, and you can see that this thing here, you can see that we are generally coloring. So how do you know that we are coloring? Just click over here and now see the magic. You saw that? You saw this thing? Okay, that's good, it's cool. So next is click on here. Now do the same thing, just keep brushing. Okay, just keep doing it. Yeah, now it's done. So the next thing is, first of all, okay, so now what we are going to do is just click on here and click on the plus sign over here and click on the empty layer option. So this will create an empty layer over here. Now after creating this, just click on here. Okay, so now what you are going to do is just select the size of the brush. Now this time we are just going to do the opposite of this. Just select the size as 31 or 32, near about that, and the opacity must be nearly about 70, I guess. Yeah, okay, that's. Now just do one thing, just click here. Yeah,
this makes the image much worse. Okay, so actually just let me just wait and see what I'm doing. Now just click over here, and after clicking of here just click over this option, not this. Actually this is disturbing, this DU recorder is disturbing. Okay, now click on the transform option. After clicking on the transform option, just you can move it aside freely. Yahoo! Now why we just did it? Because we want to increase its size, and you now might have understood why he applied this effect, because we want to make it something like this. Okay, you just wait. Just let me wait. Yeah, this sounds perfect. Now click on this option. After that click on here and click on this option, and now you can see that our photograph is nearly ready. So the next thing which I am going to tell you is, just go over here, click on the effects. Now this time another effect, that is the film effect. Just find it here after B and W. Yeah, we just found it. Now you thought, you are thinking that this is the worst effect, but but please wait a bit. Now just increase the fade option. Yeah, we are done. We are finally done with it. You can see it right now over here. We have created from this image to this dark image which we want. Now if you want to do any kind of photography, then you just, and you want to give this kind of retouch to your photograph, then just make in mind that you stand straight in front of the camera, because if you are standing a little bit tilted or something like that, then this photograph wouldn't be that much good edited. So the first thing and the last thing I want to tell you is that the guy who is doing photography editing, he must have a little bit knowledge about photography poses, because he is doing a kind of editing regarding the poses which the photograph possess. So that means that you guys, if you are editing this photograph, then you must have a little bit knowledge, not to be a professional style photograph, a little bit knowledge about photography. So that's a must. Not a must, but actually it's means it just makes your photography sound much professional. Okay, so if you have any questions regarding that, just type the motivating entrepreneur on the not on the YouTube, on the Instagram page, and you are Instagram search, and you will be guided to my, you can see that Instagram. Just type in over here, let it, okay, so just type in over here the motivating entrepreneur, this one, and just click over here, and you will see that this is my account. So you just click on the message option to message me any of your doubts. So thank you, that's all for today. Meet you in the next. So hey guys, how are you all doing? So first of all, I must thank you once again for joining this course and for being with me in another video. Now I think that you are enjoying this course very much. So in this tutorial, let us know that what we are going to do. So we are going to make a normal photograph, a DSLR quality photograph. Now this photograph is just taken from my friend's mobile phone. Now this is not a DSLR quality photograph, but we will make it a DSLR quality photograph. So I hope that you have a pen and a paper, or you have a pen and a notebook, so that you are making notes of it. I know that you have also the video, but you need to make notes of it, because making notes is a real meaning of a true guy. I don't think that you understood what I just said. I meant by that the real guy always does making notes. If you want to become a millionaire, if you want to become successful, then you must learn to make notes, because each and every successful guy told that in order to become successful you need to make notes. So apart from that, now if any of you guys has any kind of question, then you can simply ask me, and just type in Instagram the motivating entrepreneur, and then hit enter. And as I explained in the previous video how you can contact me via Instagram Messenger, because I would be active most of the time on my Instagram personal account, which I just made for you guys to uh, to question me, because my Facebook group has actually more than 100k members, and so I generally don't reply that much on my Facebook group, so you can just ask me via Instagram. Okay, so coming on to the topic, let me see how much I just blabbered. 1.5 minutes. Okay, so now first of all just click on tools. Now I know that you all guys have learned very much maximum things about how to operate this thing. So this is tool. Now you just click on the curves option, and what you do, just decrease it a little bit, so that just a little bit, not that much. Okay, little bit. And here change the color to green and increase it, not a bit. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so now just click here on the eraser option, and all you need to do is just click on here so that it erases the effect which was generally applied on my face. I hope that you are understanding. Some of the guys were telling that in the previous video that the voice was not audible, and in some videos you were able to understand, in some it was not audible, and they just asked me some questions regarding that. So if you have any kind of questions regarding my voice, if you are not able to hear it properly, then you can just message me via Instagram or from the Udemy Messenger. Now earlier our photo was like this and we turned like this, so I generally love to do this thing, because this just tells me that which, I just love to tap on the screen because it tells me which my photo was earlier and now my photo is somewhat like this. So the next thing is just click on FX effects and click on the HDR option. Now this increases the sharpness of the image, so what you need to do is just decrease it a little bit. Okay, that's make it, just increase the blur up to about 37%. Okay, and increase the fade up to 34%, that's right, and increase the saturation up to 45, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. Now what you need to do is just click on here and erase the option, because we don't need to do saturation on our face, so just erase. Some of the guys always tell that in PicsArt is the worst editing software and we can't just compete with Photoshop if we have PicsArt. See, we can't compete with Photoshop, that's a different thing, but you can't just tell a software is a bad without knowing the use of it. PicsArt has over 100 million users and you are telling the software, this application as a worse application, because that is not possible. This is also a very good application. I call it a mini Photoshop. Now click on enter, means just click on the tick. Now you can see the change which we made. Now the next thing which we need to do is, okay, just to beautify our image we need to clear all those pimples which you can see here, right over here on my face. So just click on the beautify option, and now you just go to the blemish fix option, because this will clear all the pimples on my face. So now you just know that how people edit photographs. So I am just doing this so you can just see how it is done. So you just see, so you just see that we are generally fixing this so that there are no pimples on my face. Okay, so you can just fix it like this, like which I just did. I just fixed out all those and hit on enter. Now this makes my face a smooth one. Now in order to make my face a smooth, I will click on this, decrease the smoothness, because if I make my face that much smooth, then that won't touch the photography level which I want this photography to be, because that will make the professional photography a bit lower. So that's why I'm not taking the smooth effect that much importance, and I'm not giving it. Okay, so now all you need to do is just click on the tools once again, and this time click on the adjust option in order to adjust the brightness, contrast, saturation. So just increase the brightness a little bit, not that much. Let me see brightness how it, not, yeah, you just decrease the brightness a bit, not increase. So after doing that, just click on this so that this thing doesn't apply here, and now click on this. Okay, so I hope this is doing well now. Yeah, so this is finally done. Click on enter. Oh, sorry, I just did something wrong. Actually I had to go to the adjust option after brightness, and then I have to print the contrast. Now just increase the contrast. This will increase the darkness in the image to make the image a much professional kind of image. I just love this effect. So now go to the saturation option, increase it a bit, that's fine, and then hit enter. Now you just see that our photo was something like that, and we made it just a HDR photos. Now to just change my hairstyle, because I don't generally like this kind of hairstyle, so I will go to the tools option and then to the stretch option. So now what I will do is just expand it a bit. I hope that you are just enjoying the course. Sorry, I just need to decrease the size a bit. Okay, so that's fine, that's just fine with my image. And I will just going to increase my hairstyle. This makes me much smarter, and just hit enter. Okay, so you just see that this was my earlier hairstyle, and now you can see the change. I'm looking much smarter in this image. Now you just saw that how this retouching made the image so beautiful. Excuse me for the background noise, because generally I live in a place where is much background noise, so that's why there are some background noises, so excuse me for that. Now you just see that my image is so beautiful now. So the next thing is going to the tools option, then to the curves option, and then to decrease it a little bit, click on here and just clear the skin so that this remains the same. Now all you need to do is just click here and click decrease the size, and you decrease the opacity to about 32, and don't click on my photo, just clear here, click here, don't click on the photograph, means the main person standing over here, just click on the background so that it just erases some of the background. Now just click over here and then save. So you see the change in my photograph. Earlier this was this kind of photograph, and now we made it something like this. Now we are going to save it. Just click on here. Sorry, these are just the ads which pop up, so just click on here. So actually the main irritating thing about PicsArt is the ads, and that too you can minimize with a budget of $1 per month. PicsArt offers a budget as low as $1 per month, and that too if you are offering, and that too if you are taking the yearly package, and if you are not, then $1.5 per month, and you will get a PicsArt brand new account without any advertisements. So that's actually a good thing. Then you can just click on the save option, that would be saved in your gallery as I explained in the previous video. So that's all for today's video. In the next video we are going to learn much more interesting things, that how we are going to do a dark tone editing photography, how we are going to do something like that. So how we are going to do dark tone HDR effect and portrait photography in dark style, and night photography and photograph editing in a much higher quality cinematic image, as well as the main important is logo making, YouTube thumbnail making, YouTube channel art making. So these all interesting topics we are just going to cover, because maximum of people find it confusing regarding making YouTube banners. As you have seen that various channels don't look professional due to the YouTube channel cover which they make, because they don't fit properly, and that makes their channel much uglier. So they are generally just confused that which option they would choose, Photoshop or Lightroom, which, because they don't know how to operate Photoshop, because in order to learn Photoshop you need some qualities as well as, and if you want to learn it from the scratch then it would require time, because as in PicsArt it doesn't require you time, it will require some time, a little bit time if you do efforts, because in order to make something perfect you need time and you need practice in that, because we need to cut the background, how to change the background, so for that we need some practice in PicsArt. But generally PicsArt is the best editing tool for mobile phones, because I find it better than Canva also, because Canva doesn't perform, because Canva doesn't have that much thing and that much option which PicsArt has, and Canva has also very less amount of downloads as compared to the PicsArt. So this was all about PicsArt, and if you have any questions regarding this then just not click because this is not YouTube, you just type in Instagram the motivating entrepreneur and then hit enter, then you are going to get my account, and just ask me any questions. So that's all for today's video. Meet you in the next video with much interesting topics, and if you have any doubt just ask me. Have a good day. So hey guys, and I'm back with another video, and first of all I must thank you once again for joining this course, because you are a part of our community. And if you want to ask any questions regarding the previous video or any video, just go on Instagram and type the motivating entrepreneur and then my photo will appear and you will understand, and click on it and just message me anything regarding that. Now coming on to the topic, so we are going to discuss about dark tone portrait photography, which we are going to do. So first of all I just took my photograph. I know that it looks much bad in this, so just keep a paper and pencil with you, and now just write down the points which I'm just mentioning about. So first of all, if you need to do a dark type portrait photography, so just choose a whole dark face, not dark face, sorry, just choose a dark place where there would be no light. And you might be thinking that how is this light possible? So actually one of my friends just on his torch light as well as mobile flashlight, and then he just put near my face, put near my face, and then you can see the light over here. Okay, so this was the thing, that how I got the light. So you can do any type of portrait photography, but if you want dark type portrait photography, then just go in a dark room with your camera. And if it would be a DSLR camera, then it would be much better, because this photo was clicked from a DSLR camera. I know that the quality doesn't look that good because it was night time, so, and the room was full dark, so that's why I just took this photograph. Now we are going to make it a dark tone photography. So coming on to the topic, first we are going to do is just crop it a bit. So just click over here, and now because in dark tone photography we want our face only to be visible, so okay, now click enter. After doing that thing, okay, this is actually disturbing. Then the next thing which we are going to do is just click on the tools image and then click on the curves. Okay, so now we are just going to, okay, the hero of the horror movie. Now you can see, so this was our photograph. Now we have just made this kind of it. Okay, now next thing which we are going to do is just click on the adjust button. Now I think that maximum of you guys know that how to do it, because you have been learning since the last some of the videos, and let me explain. Okay, so just increase the brightness, that will make the photo worse, then decrease it. Just try to figure it out that which way it makes it better, not what I am telling you. Just see that the image, the brightness fits the image. If you are increasing the brightness, just experiment it. Now don't just keep that thing in one thing in mind, that the guy, the Blasher, has told about it and we are just going to copy the same thing. That won't make you a successful PicsArt expert, because if you want to become successful you have to build your own ideas. So just experiment it, that which one looks better. So I think that -24 is the best one, because I want a dark type. Then contrast would be +24 I guess, because contrast makes the photo much, clarifies it. Okay, so 22 is the best. Next thing which we are going to do is saturation. Now say, you know, the saturation increases the color in the photo. Now you can see that my color is good, but we want a dark type photograph, so we are going to do it -20. Okay, not 22, 20, let me guess, 19 would be a best. Okay, so guys, just excuse me for the background noise. Now next is highlight. So we are just going to do the -10 option. Okay, so okay, 12 is perfect, so just click on it. Then now the next thing which we are going to see our photograph. Now the next thing which we are going to do is just click on the FX effects option, and now just choose the black and white B&W, this option B&W, and now just hit enter. Okay, so now the next thing which we are going to do is similar as to one of our previous videos in which I showed you the dark tone effect. So just click on the draw option. Oh, I just found it. See, and just click on the draw one, not the color one, only the draw one. And after doing that, you are just going to do a thing. Just select the color black over here. It is already black, and just check if in your mobile phone it is already black or not. So I think that PicsArt gives it automated black color. So next thing which we are going to do is just select the layer over here. That's fine. Select the brush size. Okay, that's fine to do with. Just opacity must be okay, so that's perfect. Now the next thing which we are going to do is just see, we are going to rub it around, so just keep doing it. Make the photograph dark. Just take one thing into consideration, that this black color doesn't come on your face. Okay, so now let me see. Oh, the crap is here. Okay, so it doesn't really matter because you can't figure it out that what has just been happened. So just click on the empty layer and just click on here, and not here, just now just what you are going to do is just select this one. It is already selected. Just select it like this one would be, yeah, this one would be perfect. You can see the size over here. This one, yeah, this one is perfect. Just decrease the opacity. Let me see. Okay, this sounds perfect. Now just click set. Now just do like this, and then click on here, transform, and now what you can do is just you can move it like this and this and this and this. Now I am looking very much horror. Now this seems to be a horror movie because I am looking very okay. This look can make small child run away from me. So you just put it a little bit near your eyes, and then it's okay, and just click over enter over here, and just click enter. And now our photograph is ready, so you can now view it. See, our photograph is now finally ready. Now just you need to do is FX effects, and next is we want to go to the film option, like see this one, click on here, click on the fade option, click on multiply, and then not multiply on the, what is happening. Okay, now you can see now it's ready. Just click on array. Okay, the 93 option is the best, and now hit enter. Now you can see that our dark type portrait photography is just completed, and now it's full ready. Our photograph was just like this before, and now you can see it. So we have finally did it. See, there is some problem regarding it, that is we just didn't put the black color over here. You can see that these are the gaps where we didn't fill the black color over here. This was because I had no time. I was just explaining you now understood that how to fill it. So you just fill it so that the photo looks much more professional and beautiful. So just, there was one mistake here, that was this, because I just thought to make this video a short one so that you don't get bored over here. So now if you have any questions, I already told you, type in the motivating entrepreneur in the Instagram account, and then you would be directed to Dhableshwar Das, or you can type Dhableshwar Das. Okay, so that's fine. So have a nice day. Meet you in the next video, and in the next video we are going to talk about the logos. So guys, what's up? And now coming on to this video, in this we are going to learn about how to create a YouTube thumbnail. Now all those guys who are not on YouTube, means they have no channel created on YouTube, they can just skip this video and move towards the next video. But all those guys who have a channel, they must know how to create a YouTube thumbnail, because maximum of guys create their thumbnail from Photoshop. But as I already mentioned you in the first video, that here we want to become pro in PicsArt, so I am going to tell you how you can edit or make a thumbnail in just 5 to 10 minutes maximum. So first, all you need to do is just click over here, and this time we are not going to click on this edit option, we are going to click on this draw option. So just click on this draw option. Now why I did this? Because I want to tell you the easiest method by which you can create the thumbnail. Now create on new, click here, and then here there are so many different options, so many resolution, 480 into 854. Here the FB cover option is there, that is 851 into 315. But I am going to tell you that which is the best used for YouTube. So that's why I told you to click on the draw button, because when you click on the draw button, this will automatically let you choose the best fitting template for your YouTube thumbnail. So you just click over here, 1280 into 720 or 16:9. This is the best thumbnail for YouTube. This is the best width and height for YouTube thumbnail. Now you just note down that it is 16:9 or 1280 into 720. So just click on here. Okay, so now just click on, okay, yes, so click on here and then click on here. Okay guys, so next what we are gonna do, we will just click on this add a photo option. Now let me choose my photograph which I would be adding here. Okay, I want to edit full. Then I will just click over here and expand it. Let me expand it a bit. Now if I would have put the photograph there, and if I would have created the photograph, then it would have made the photograph worse, because it wouldn't have fit on the YouTube thumbnail, because you can't see the whole picture. It would have been half like this, or it would have been like this somewhat, because it won't display the full picture on YouTube thumbnail. So here what we are going to do is just click over here, and we will fill this white gap over here. So let me just fill it. Okay guys, so we finally did it, and let me just click over here. Okay, so it is ready now. Now what you need to do is just click over here. Now the main problem, okay, so edit image. Okay, so now this option would be displayed. So why I did that previous thing, I already told you that the main reason for doing that was regarding the width and the height, because that was the most important thing for our YouTube. That is, the thumbnail must fit the size, the thumbnail which we are creating, that must fit the YouTube thumbnail size, otherwise that would be of no use, and we can't create a good photograph. Not a good photograph, a good thumbnail. Now what I am going to do is, I am creating a thumbnail for my friend YouTube channel, that is Captain Focus, that is basically for photography, and shout out to my boy. Okay, so you just click over here, outdoor photography, photography. Okay, so you can also adjust it like this, the best fitted here. So I think that this would fit the best over here. So let me just take it over here and then change the color of it. I can give the color like red. Now red won't be such good, and like this won't be that much effective. Now selecting colors is the most important thing for your photograph, because that is the only thing which is going to make your photograph look much nice. And the more appealing your thumbnail is, the more appealing the more appealing your thumbnail is, the more interested your guys would be in watching the video. So just take the combination of a light color and a dark color. So let me try it. Okay, so let me pause it and try it. Okay, so you can see that we found out the combination, and that was this outdoor photography. So you just click over here. Well, actually finding the right combination of colors is a much tough thing, and that you have to put your brain inside it so that you can find out the best. Then whatever I do is, first I click on, okay, so first I click on add another photograph. Okay, let me just add another photo, and I will add my buddy's logo. Click over add. Okay, so next thing is, I always just click on opacity and I minimize it, and I am thinking of putting it somewhere like Captain Focus. It would be better like here, and blend screen. So first of all, just let me click over here and click on whole opacity. Now you thought that what I just did, I just clicked on the blend option and I clicked on the screen so that it became transparent one. You can also make this transparent, that's not a big deal. And just click on the HDR effect and click hit enter, and now it will show you this as an HDR effect. Wait a minute, something happened. Well, actually I'm really very sorry, I was having some kind of problem in my mobile phone, so that's why I couldn't do this. Just click on this option over here. Okay, so now you can see that this is ready. So we would do something, let me do it. Okay, let me show you. For beginners, okay, just click over here. Now what we are going to do is just click on this. We are going to change the font for it, and we are going to minimize it. Not minimize, we are going to just change the color of it and click on the color option, and here we will put the color as white would be, no, I don't think white would be perfect. Okay, so let it remain white. I think black is better, and then I can create white. Okay, so now this looks perfect. Now you might be thinking why I put my logo over here, because generally people just try to steal your thumbnails. So that's why if your thumbnail just does good and it converts well, then people try to steal. Sorry, I'm actually having a cough and cold, so that's why my voice was like that. So this was the main reason for which I put it. Okay, I just am thinking for going to the doctor to just tell him about the cough and cold reason. Okay, so apart from this, now the last and the most important thing is, just click on the HDR option to make your thumbnail a professional, give a professional look to your thumbnail. Now click on the saturation like this and click on the unsharp to a bit. Now you can see that your final thumbnail is ready, but just click on fade a little bit. Over 43 would be perfect, and then click on enter. Now you see our image was something we just created. Okay, we just created like this, our picture was like this, and we just created this outdoor photography for beginners, Captain Focus. And then you can just click on here and save your. This ad thing is very much irritating, so if you want to minimize all those ads in PicsArt, it is giving a free plan of actually it is not giving a free plan, it is giving a plan of about $1 per month. If you just buy that subscription plan, then you can just browse it without any advertisement. But I don't think that that would be a major problem. Advertisement, you can even cross it, so there is no need for giving $1. So let's just go for free thing. Okay, so let's meet in the next video. And well, actually for uploading the next video I would be a bit busy, so I would soon upload the next video. And until then, have a good day.